Look. So look, we see heads moving under the tent. It's going down. When we zoom a little closer, hold up, let's try to zoom. It's gonna get more blurry. We could try to zoom. Look, let's zoom again. Boom. Let's zoom again. Okay. No, we can zoom again. It's gonna get crazy when we zoom. The figure's gonna start to get more blurry. All right, cool. All right. So 4 minutes is when it's going down. Look, let's go back a little. Let's go forward a little bit. All right. Let's go to where it's happening at. Okay. Remember, I told you the girl with the yellow raincoat comes. Remember? Told you that, right? Cool. Look. Cool. She sits down, right? But we can see head movement, okay? Legend that this person that's under the left side of the M or to the right of him, his right, our left of him, right, is Austin. So one of these figures is Austin, okay? But we're going to see a figure move fast, so we'll be able to exactly place where Austin is, right? Look. We're going to see something move fast towards the right. Okay. They left our right. Something from underneath the M, from this part of the M. This part of the M. Okay. Watch. Let's move a little bit forward. We can see. Hold up. Look, it's getting kind of bucky in there. It's getting kind of more movement going on under there. Right? Right? Then I'm going to bring up the 911 call to show you that the kid said Austin made a move. Austin made a move. What do you mean you made a move? That sounds like when somebody has something and you go for the weapon. That's the only time you say somebody made a move. What you mean they made a move, bro? Somebody had a weapon. He was warned. He was warned, bro. Don't do it. Don't do this. He was warned. Look, he didn't take heed to the warnings. Look, sure. RIP to him, but he didn't. Look, it's coming up soon. Okay. All of this time, you mean nobody ain't taking no cell phone footage? I bring up an image right now that'll show you where people looking like they're taking footage. Look, let me take a pause of this. Look, just to show you, we ain't with the lies. We ain't with the lies, bro. Look, where my images at? Look, look. Who this? Your hand like this, homie. Look. Your hand like this, homie. Look. Who camera was that? Investigators ain't go seek those phones out? Or did they not want to seek those phones out? Think about that. Think about it. Good. You see what's going on there. What happened? Look like camera footage being taken. You know we live in a world star world where everybody world starring, right? Look, let's keep going. Look. Look. You're going to see something move from left to right very fast. Then you're going to see the figure on the right side go backwards. Okay. We see somebody step across the M towards the left, our left. You just see somebody step toward the left, right? Cool. Okay, look. Look, you see that? Look. Something stepped over. Look, someone's Austin. Look, steps over, moves towards Karmelo. Look. Boom, pushes him. His head snaps back. Some people saying maybe he hit him. Besides him grabbing him or choking him or doing whatever, his head snaps back like this. We see this on the blurry footage. Look. Let me zoom again. Look, it's about to happen right now. Look. That figure steps over and goes towards the right, our right. That's the step over. The step over happens. It's like this now. Okay? It's like this. Then we're going to see the figure on the right side, which is Karmelo. But remember, someone testified that he moved so fast. He was moving so strongly, he knocked Eddie down. Okay? you're going to see the head snap back. Some people saying that allegedly some kind of chokehold being placed. Oh, no. Maybe that could speak towards why there's only a sliver of DNA on them. Why he ain't got all this DNA on him. Think about this. This is a chest wound. If I show you his wound right now, bro, I showed you what it did to his jacket. That's all Karmelo got. That's that little pencil mark of DNA. Think about it. Look, the head snapped back. Look, let's go back a little bit. The head snapped back. Look. Boom, boom, push back. Some people say the footage is edited because it kind of like Austin kind of like breaks apart. Like, you know what I mean? It just looked like he just breaks apart, but most likely he falls, right? But look what happened with Hunter. Hunter was sitting right in front of Karmelo. Look what Hunter does. You can see Hunter. Look, Hunter turns around, steps over, and looks like he gives chase up to the top of the tent where Karmelo's running, and then he turns back around. Look. Look, that's Hunter right there. Look, you see it? Look. Come again. Look again. Look again. A figure right around here. I wish I could see my arrow. Hope y'all can see it. On Jesus sandals. Look. Look at this figure right here. Turns around and runs over, but then comes back down. You see? That's Hunter going to give chase after Karmelo, but he turns back around to go see what's going on with his brother, because that's what I guess he said, he stabbed me or something like that, I think Austin said allegedly, right? Karmelo begins to run now, right? Carlson, whatever the kid name is, the kid that walked in with Hunter, remember Hunter was in the back. I'm going to show you this on the entry footage. That's why I'm showing you this first. He's allegedly the person that runs. I think he's chasing after Karmelo, but he runs to the garbage and he goes to the garbage, look like he throws something in it, but he's hitting it with momentum that the garbage can moves. What did he discard in the garbage can? Ask yourself that question. Look right there. Boom, the garbage can moves. Look at it. Look at it again. Look. Boom, he throws something in the garbage can. What did he throw in the garbage can? Was it a weapon? Was it D-Rugs? You ain't being searched, sir. You ain't got nothing to do with the altercation. More like a weapon problem. That's just my own mindset. What else you going to throw in that garbage, bro? It ain't happened to you. You ain't did nothing, bro. What you going to throw in the garbage? Why are you running to the garbage and running back, sir? Look at him in full sprint back. You ever played in gym when you had to run to the line and then run back? I forget what it's called. Like squads or whatever it's called, right? Remember I'm talking about? You hit the line and you run back. He running back like he doing squads or whatever it's called. Remember we did it in gym, elementary school? Look, he already running back. Other people run to give chase and start pursuing Karmelo. Zoom out. Look, that's what I showed y'all on the prosecutor's photos. Look, boom, zoom out. I'm going to show you that Karmelo has a reaction to the coach. He's sorry about this thing that he's done. He's sorry, bro. Besides what he's saying, his actions are showing you. They're pointing towards him. He begins to walk. He's walking towards the exit. The exit is right over here. Where you see this green patch over here, come from the white car that's right here, Paul, down to where the people are. That's the exit. I'm going to show you that's the exit from the entryway video. Okay? Look, right? Was he trying to boogie? Get the hell up out of here? Who knows? But what happens is a female staff member, I think her name Tiffany or whatever, blonde-headed white woman, she ends up getting Karmelo and bringing Karmelo to the other coach, which brings him back towards the other way. Look. Look. This is where the woman gets him. You see, they went there to get their attention, and now you see them running back towards Austin, right? Because their friend just got poked, right? They're going to see what happened to Austin, right? Boom. Look, he's walking. You can even see the little coach, the little woman, the staff woman behind him. You see, she's a short woman. She's behind him. Karmelo circled. The other person on Karmelo's right is the coach, the black coach that's like 200-something pounds, a big guy. He's talking to Karmelo. He's the one that tells Karmelo, yo, man, if that boy passes away, you might have thrown your whole life away, and we're going to see the reaction from Karmelo. But right before he gets to that point, you see him get distracted and walk towards the same fence like he's talking to a student maybe, and then he comes back to Karmelo. Karmelo starts walking by himself, but then he turns back around, and then the coach intercepts him again and talks to him again. Look at the whole video. Look, the woman's there. See her? She breaks off. She's running now. She's running towards the scene of Austin. The coach is with him, talking with him, right? Look. The coach breaks off. Look, he walks towards the gate. Maybe he's talking to some students, whatever he's doing. Karmelo's by himself now. He could break out again if he wants to run. Yeah, he can run. Does he run? No, he doesn't. Look. He walks that way a little bit and stops. Look. The coach comes back, intercepts him. Look, there go the coach again. Talks to him. Yo, you might have thrown your life away, man. If that boy passed away, he going to put his left arm up. You're going to see Karmelo do this. Let me zoom it so you can see it clear. Look, you're going to see him have a reaction, okay? He didn't want to do this. Look, zoom in. Okay, so you can see it. Zoom in again so we can see it clear. Even though we know we get blurry as we zoom, right? Hold up. Zoom in, right? Can I zoom in again? Let me see what it looks like. Cool. Look, watch Karmelo. Okay, look at him. Coach is talking to him. Look, boom. You see him? Look at him. The coach puts his hand on him. Left arm on Karmelo. He's like this. Most likely, sad. Karmelo puts his arm over the coach. They look like he hugging, he talking to him. Listen, man, you know what I'm saying? Probably trying to, you're going to make it through it, man. You're going to, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he don't pass away. Whatever he's telling Karmelo right now. Look. Karmelo left hand. Look. Carmelo's left hand. Right? Yes? Y'all with me? Carmelo's left hand, right? Yes or no? Let me put myself down here so you can see me down here. Left hand. Okay? Cool. We're watching this together real time. Look, I'm going to show you the entryway video as well. The paramedics was there so fast. They was there in like 5 minutes, bro. That was the best help for Austin. But for them, by people that is medical practitioners, they said that with a wound like that, you got to break open the chest cavity. He needs to go to the hospital fast. You got to break open the chest cavity to repair the heart. Okay? He needed to get to the hospital as fast as possible. So even when they're working on him, it's like to no avail. Okay? Cool. Look. Okay? He start walking him back down here. Okay? This one, other staff members or whatever the case may be, enters the fray. Right? Zoom out. Look. He walks towards Austin. So he gets to see the state of Austin. Because look, he's walking back to the scene. And he looked like they turned back around. You don't want to see that, bro. Now you see what's happened. What you actually did or what you didn't do or whatever happened, you actually get to see what's going on. Look, he walks over there. Look. Remember, Austin's right there on the floor. They walk back. Okay? Other staff members going to come in. I think maybe it's an officer that gets there, right? Maybe it's somebody, right? Because we're going to see Karmelo, when the other people come, you're going to see Karmelo get on his knees. You're going to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back already. But we know that Officer Cortez comes from behind that gate. The same gate where Karmelo ran at, he comes from behind there. I showed you on the body cam video in the beginning. I'll bring up back the body cam footage so you can see again. Look. 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 Other people are there. These people come. This person, look, this coach is going to have a reaction. This person stops in front of Karmelo. The person's going to turn around, throw something on the floor, walk away, come back, pick it up off the floor. This person's like, damn. That's what the person's basically saying. This person, the body language of this person in the black that's in front of Karmelo. That's what they about to do. Look. Look. They talking about what happened, right? Look. Look, he's like, yo, what? He's like this. Karmelo's like this, right? Right? Karmelo's like this, right? Look. Watch something get thrown on the floor. Watch. Look. Look, he gets on the floor and puts his hands behind his back. Karmelo, look, let me zoom in. You see it clearly. It's day. Zoom in. Zoom in twice. Because when you zoom too much, it gets blurry. He's on his knees with his hands behind his back already. This before Officer Cortez, which is the first officer that really makes contact with him and say, don't touch nothing, don't do nothing. You got weapons and anything on you? All right, cool. We're going to bring you over here. That's that officer. The second officer comes from the entranceway, and she's the one that catches Karmelo on the body cam footage saying, I'm not alleged. I'm the one that did it. I know how this goes, right? Or it goes. What is it? That's a question that you ask yourself. Look, he's on his knees. Look, you know when you sit back on your knees, like Indian style damn near, but your feet behind you though. You sit on your knees. He's sitting on his knees and his legs. You know, you sit back on the heels of your feet. He's sitting back on the heels of his feet with his hands behind his back right now at the moment, right? So he like, yo, listen, I'm here. Cool, look. Watch the other coach. Look, he take off maybe his headset. Look, something in his hand, watch. He's gonna throw it. Look, watch. Boom, you see it bouncing on the floor, right? Look, let me go back a couple seconds. Look. Look, he throws it on the floor. Look, it's going to bounce, bounce, bounce. He walks past it. See him? He's going to turn back around. He puts his hands on his head, hand on his hip. He comes back, picks it up off the ground, right? He walks past them. You see him walk past now. He's going back towards Austin Way. Hand on his head, and he's like this. Something tragic has happened, right? The officer that's going to first make contact with Karmelo is going to come from behind this gate, though. Okay, so we're going to see when that officer actually makes contact with him, right? Look, you're going to see Karmelo move towards the gate. Look. Let's go when he starts to move towards the gate. Look. Okay, when he starts to move, remember, look, hands behind his back. Hands not. This is the officer here. That's the Officer Cortez. That's the first cop on the long body cam footage that comes to Karmelo and tells him, yo, listen, man, you got to don't move, don't do nothing. And Karmelo says, I was protecting myself. That's the first thing Karmelo says to him on the body cam footage. Before he says, oh, I told him not to touch me. That's later when he's getting exited to the car. He says from the beginning, I was protecting myself. This is what he says to him. I'm going to bring up the video so you can see for yourself. Look. That's when the officer makes contact with Karmelo. Look. Right? Let's zoom out so you can see. Right? Zoom out. Zoom out. Right? Look. This is when he walks through that gate. Remember, there's a lock gate. He gets out the gate. Karmelo has his hands in front of him. Right? Remember where I told you where Karmelo was running was basically the exit was there. But Karmelo stopped by the woman. The woman stopped him, and he ended up walking back. The exit's there, though, right? That's where the cop car is, too. Look, he stops here for a second. This is where the officer's talking to him, right? Then he's going to bring him towards the front a little bit more, right before the entranceway, right? And then that's when Karmelo's going to get on the ground and sit on his butt. And this is where the officers, he's talking to the officer. He said, yo, I got the alleged suspect right here. And he says, I'm not alleged. I'm the one that did it. But you can't hear it on Officer Cortez's body cam because his walkie-talkie, his CB radio is chirping and bleeping and he's calling. So you don't get to hear exactly what Karmelo says. Only through Richie, which is the female officer that comes into the field from the entranceway, she picks it up on a 17-second body cam footage, which is her footage, right? Look, he's going to get on the ground here. So I'm going to show you the entrance, and I'm going to show you both body cam footages again, and that's what we need to see. Again. See? He's going to get on the ground. So we're going to see when she comes. We're going to see when she comes. We're going to see when she comes right now. Right? Look, she's going to get on the ground. I'm going to get on the ground. Look. Boom. He gets low. See? He gets on the ground. You see him sit down on his butt. Right? Then we're going to see the officer, Richie, which is the female cop, make her way in. Right? But I'm showing you how fast the paramedics came and the fire department came, because when Karmelo's being exited right past this, he gets out. They're walking past Karmelo on the entryway video. Look, okay, look. So we see when the female cop comes in from this side, and I'm gonna show you the entry video. Then I'm gonna show you the 2 body cam video, so you can see what the hell's going on. Look, okay, where's she at? That's her. Not yet. Not yet. Look. Yeah, she's there. That's her that came there. So look, we can see when she walks in. That's her that's walking up right there. Boom, she walks up. And that's her that's standing right there. Boom, right? Okay, let's close that out. Okay, so we saw that. Okay, we got that on the books. Boom, right? We got that on the books. Let's remove that. Who that? Genesis, I got you, Queen. What's up? I got you, Queen. So we got that on the books, right? Cool. Let me stop sharing that, right? Let me go into, hold on, let me bring it up from the file so that we can bring it up clearly. All right, let me bring up the file. So I'm gonna show you the entry, right? Let's see the entryway. Boom. Okay, this is the entryway video. Okay, boom. I don't need this no more. That's the footage from there. So boom. Look, let me bring up the entryway video. Cool. Share. Hold on, let me share it. Let me share it. Okay, share on screen. Window. Boom, right? Shout out to my girl DJ Genesis. She in here rocking with me. All right, cool. Look, right? So now this is the entryway video. We're gonna skim through it because the first person that walks in is Austin, right? They don't look as dark because of the light, but he has darker sneakers than his brother. So that's him that pops
Hey,
in.
bro, I'm sorry.
It's all
I was
good,
on a
Queen.
phone
It's all
call,
good.
but yeah.
Let me just get through this thing. Let me just get through this thing, Queen. Let me just get through this thing. Right? So boom, right? So now, look. So we got him. That's Austin comes in with the 2 boys at first, 3D. Remember what I said? How did Hunter get in front? I showed you that Hunter ran up past him, touched him and ran past him, and was the first person to go into the tent. But we see that Hunter was behind his brother, right? He literally has on white sneakers. So that's Austin. Walking with a swagger, kind of big, kind of strong, right? That's Hunter. His sneakers look different, look like he got some orange and some green and some other colors in these white sneakers. They dress identically like twins, right? So we see him. And this kid right here with the curly hair, he's allegedly the one that went to the garbage. Carlson, whatever his name is, allegedly. Look, him. Go back so you see him. Him. This one right here, him. See what I'm saying? Look. Right? Cool. So we got him coming in. So now what we're gonna see is this, right? So look, the footage automatically zooms. I didn't zoom that. They zoomed this. Why? Why? Right? So what we're gonna see is a bunch of kids congregating under this tent. At one point after the situation happens, they're gonna break down this tent. They're gonna throw this tent to the left. Our left is gonna go in this grass. That's how come we know it's really up and smoking and the situation doesn't happen. We're gonna see, remember what I showed you, how they walk Karmelo to the front. We're gonna see from the entry video that the officer walked him right here to the edge of this pole, right in front of this tent, and that's where Karmelo sits on his butt, right? Then we actually gonna see the officer Richie comes in. I'm gonna show you both body cams so we can see all angles. She's gonna come in, and then when Karmelo's being walked out the exit, we see the paramedics and the first responders actually walking past Karmelo. They even stop him so that they could get by, and that's how fast that they got there. So I gotta play the 911 call so you hear that as well, because we hear them say Austin made a move. Cool, look. And if we made a fight or he swung, he did this. When you made a move, it's like somebody had a weapon and you made a move, bro. You was negligent. You ignorant to the fact. You like, yo, bro, somebody made a move. It's like somebody holding you up on hostage or some shit. And you made a move. And somebody on the 911 call says, look. Okay, so let me skip through. You're going to see the tent breakdown. Look, this is all kids going. They chilling. Remember, it's raining. what I'm saying? They're going to the track meet. They congregated under the tent at first. You're going to see the tent get broken down. Look. 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 It's already happened. It's happened now. Look. Look. Somebody comes and breaks down the tent. Let me show you. Look. See? They break down the tent. It's happened already now. Right? They throw it over the left side, like I told you. Right? You're going to start to see, look, that's the officer right there with Karmelo, right here, being walked out. Karmelo has his hands in the front of him. Okay? They didn't cuff him yet. Even though he said he was going to cuff him on the body cam footage, he cuffs him over here. That's where he cuffs him at. Look. See, Karmelo has his hands in the front like this. See him? Why? Right? He's going toward the exit. He stops him. Hold on, wait, come here. Stops him. They push him back that way. Right? Look like a staff member pushes him that way. Right? He cuffs him right there. That's where he got cuffed. He sits him on his butt. Right? Look, you're going to sit on his butt like I showed you in the other video. Right? You got to compare all videos to understand anything that's going on. You just can't watch one video. You got to make sure everything is on point, everything's timed up, whether it's edited or not. It was edited all together. If it is, so let's look at it all, right? Look, see, this is Officer Richie. She's coming in now. This is when she gets him on body cam footage saying that he's not alleged. He did it. I'm going to show you that. Look. So she's there. She comes. She's there for a couple of seconds. See? They're already signaling the responders, the paramedic, and right before them is like a fire department person, because you can see they got on them fire department pants. Look. See? They waving people in. Look, by the time he gets up, let's skip past a little bit, because when he gets up, they're about to walk him out. They still talking to him. Let's go when they start to walk him out. Okay, look, boom. Paramedics look like fire department type people. You see the pants that fire department people wear. Look right behind them. Look like ambulance right behind them. Darker colored clothes that ambulance wear. Karmelo, look, they pull him to the side. They walk past. This all happened within like 5 minutes. Austin poked at 10:05. They did. We hear it from the 911 call. It's going to show you that it was exactly 10:05 from the 911 call. So besides the testimony that's testified in court, we hear it on the 911 call, so we can place time for ourselves, even if we're in the court or not. So whoever telling me it don't matter, shut up. Everything matters in life. What's wrong with you? Look. See, they stop Karmelo for a second. They walk him by. All right. Cool. Let's zoom. Let me zoom out. Look, they the one who zoomed that out. But watch them zoomed it in. Watch them zoom it out. Look. So I'm not zooming nothing. Look, they zoomed that in. I didn't do nothing. But now they zoom it back out. The shit crystal clear, 4K again. That's not weird. Jinkies, Velma, it's weird. Look, they walk Karmelo out. That's what he's crying, talking about. I told him not to touch me. And they walk him to the car. Right? Look, he got yellow tape in his hand. This officer is walking with yellow tape in his hand for the crime scene, bro. It's already looking like a body. Right? Cool. We got that out the way. So boom, let's stop sharing that. Let's stop sharing that, right? Make sure y'all can see me good. Let's stop sharing that. Cool. Hold up, where am I at? Cool. Right? Let's stop sharing that. And let's go to the hold up. Let's go to the body cam footages, right? So we're just gonna watch the 2 body cam footage so you place all of it. If you need it all for yourself, hit me on the gram. I'll send you out a link to it. Period, point blank. Just message me. I'm not one for holding shit to myself. Not a fake one. Not with the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I need all my people timed up, timed in, and on the right timing. See what I'm saying? Boom. So let me screen share this to y'all. Hold up. Boom, right? And I still got to play the audio. So you're going to listen to the audio too. It's going to tell you that's the last thing I'm going to play. So let's play the body cam footage again now. Remember where the cop came from. Look. Are y'all hearing it? Wait. Wait. Let me make sure y'all hear it.
I think if you put like the closed caption, it might play the actual say what it says.
No. Wait a minute. Let me get this up out of here first. No, y'all about to hear this shit. What you talking about? Let's do this shit again. Wait a minute, because now the other thing I was sharing, I got to make sure I hit that button to share the sound to you. That's all that is. Hold up, I'm on deck this time around. Look, we on smoke now. Here we go. Boom, audio. Y'all hearing it this time. Okay, y'all write in the chat. We hear that, Uda. Boom.
If somebody is shooting the victim, they need to be over there. Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got the suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? Oh, look here.
Copy, I'll be around.
Help me. Y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Come over here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay? Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspects detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the...
Karmelo already told them I'm protecting myself. We have 1 minute and 12 seconds. Do you want to go back and make sure we hear that again? Let's go back.
Hold on.
Do you hear it?
Hold on.
Hey, officer, I was just protecting myself. Look again.
Hold on. If somebody is shooting the victim, they need to...
Hey, officer, I was just protecting myself. Yeah, I heard it clear. Cool. Let's move back to 112 where I just was. He on the floor. You don't get to hear him say I'm not alleged because of the body. The CB radio is bleeping and all this shit, so you don't get to hear it. So look.
East entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there. This is the alleged suspect. All right. Okay. What's there?
See?
So nothing on your person at all. Nothing.
Karmelo says something to him, but we can't hear it. We're going to hear it on the next body cam footage that I play. Let's let this play out.
Mind if I reach in your pocket and stuff and all that? Stamina? Okay.
I'm going to be out with
A little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay. All right. The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
What's happening right now? Victim is over on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. Already? No. Already searched them. Got nothing on him.
I don't know what happened.
423. Trackers have negative CPR progress for a witness.
Walks Karmelo to the front, processing him. Karmelo said, "Can you please pull my pants up?"
It's up to you. It's up to you.
That's fine. This is closer.
Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay? Yes, sir. You don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
I'm wearing some little under.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, ma'am, I don't think so.
What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony, Karmelo.
430, show me out.
Okay. Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here. What's that?
Remember, when I showed you the footage, we see the photo of him with his hands behind his back. He has the blood on the DNA on his finger But in the court, they said that Karmelo nicked his finger, so I don't believe that's Austin's DNA. But we can see where he takes that picture at because he tells Karmelo, "Don't lean back, sit forward for me." Right? Look.
See what? Lean this way, so you're not resting on your hands. Okay. All right. See a little bit of blood on your hands there. Okay. All right. So your first name is Karmelo. Let's see. Hold on one second. I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A.
Karmelo asked him, "Is he going to be okay?" He said, "I don't know yet." Right? Let's go back a second. Right? Listen.
Let's see. Hold on one second. Is he going to be okay? I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A.
K-A-R.
K-A-R.
M-E-L-O.
M-E-L-O. Karmelo. What's your last name? A-N-T-H. O-N-Y. Where grade are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, Centennial. All right. Sit tight for me real quick, bud. All right?
That's the end of that body cam footage, right? Boom. So let's get that up out of here. Remove that, right? Let's get to the next one because we still got to play one more body cam footage where you're going to hear him say what he said. And then we're just going to play is 2 911 calls. But the first one is from Mason or whatever. It says Mason phone call. We're going to play that for you, right? Cool. So let me just bring it up in the file. 911. I mean the other body cam footage because that's when you hear him say exactly what he says, right? Where's the body cam footage? Body cam. All right, cool, right there. Okay, this is Richie, the female cop, Richie, body cam footage. Okay, cool. Let me share it first to you. Put the audio on. Cool. Share. Boom. Wait. Hold up. Wait. Where's that? Hold on, my bad. Let me remove this. Hold up. Let me get this out of here. Why is it not stopping? Stop sharing it. Okay, let me get this one out the way. Let me bring this one back. Hold up. Got y'all right now. Wait. Boom. Let me share this to y'all. Share window. This is Richie body cam. Put the audio on. Boom. Bang.
The alleged suspect.
Okay. No, I'm not. Well, I know how it goes. I'm not alleged.
I am not alleged. I know how it go. Right? Let's play it one more time. It's only 17 seconds. Try it one more time. Right?
This is the alleged suspect.
Okay. No, I'm not. Well, I know how it goes. I'm not alleged.
He says, "I know how it goes. I'm not alleged. I'm the one that did it." That's what he says, right? What is it? It's a whole nother question that your defense gotta talk for you. It and these vague ass words. What did you do? You could have been trying to do something. Somebody tried to poke you and something else poke him. We don't know. But his defense, they did a lackluster job. That's point blank, period, regardless of what side of the fence you're sitting on. And this is not an echo chamber. You can have your own thoughts here. Everybody could feel what they want to feel. You can have your own opinion on Earth. This is Earth, sir. Feel what you want to feel. Okay? I'm just getting to the facts. So boom now. So now I want to show y'all the 911 call. Let me just at least get to that, and we can at least get some 911 call on the thing. So now listen to this audio, and you're also going to hear somebody come and say, Austin made a move. Look. Boom. Let me share it. Share it to you. Make sure I put the sound on. Hold up. Sound on. Let's go.
Frisco 911, what is the location of the emergency?
Hi, we're at Kuykendall Stadium. My friend just got stabbed.
Okay, do you know who stabbed him?
We have no clue. He was sitting in our tent, but you need to send an ambulance right now.
They're on the way, okay? Give me a description of the person that stabbed him.
He was wearing a gray Essentials hoodie. He was black. He's standing out on the track right now.
He's standing on the track?
Yeah.
Okay.
His blue sweatpants on and John.
Okay, what did he stab your friend with?
I don't know. My friend's bleeding everywhere.
Okay. Where was he stabbed at?
The chest.
Okay. And do you still see the person that stabbed him, or did he leave?
Well, It was Austin. Austin stabbed him in the chest. I'm sorry, what did you say?
The person that stabbed him, is he still there? Do you still see him?
There's adults on him, I think. Yeah.
There's adults that are trying to keep him there?
Know who he is. Sorry, what?
The person that stabbed your friend, is he still there?
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay, and
He's with the coach.
there's a coach with him?
Yes, he's with. People got him.
Okay. Do you know if he still has the weapon on him?
No clue, but he's like he can't do nothing. He's done.
What do you mean?
He stabbed Austin Metcalf in the chest. What?
What do you mean he can't do anything? What's going on with him?
Like coaches have him, he can't hurt anyone.
Okay, when you say they have him, are they physically holding him down?
No, they're just holding him, walking around.
Okay.
Okay.
He was under our seat. Austin tried to make a move.
Okay.
He was under our seat. Austin tried to make a move.
Okay. What's your
Our seat. Austin tried to make a move.
Around.
Okay.
Okay.
He was under our seat. Austin tried to make a move.
Okay. What's your name?
Mason Nordyke.
What's your last name?
Austin tried to make a move, right?
Nathan. What's your last name?
Nordyke.
Okay. And do you see any of the responders there yet?
We hear the sirens, but
Okay. Just
coach is sent us out with all
okay. So you're going to get on a bus right now? Okay. And the rest of the students are walking towards the buses?
Yeah, everyone's been evacuated out of the
Okay.
Thank you so much for being quick.
Okay. Just follow whatever directions you're being provided by either the officers or by your coaches, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect with you, Nathan, but we've got all kinds of help headed that way.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wait for it so we can know the time. Look, listen.
10:05 a.m. 54 seconds, April 2025.
Cool. So we see that it was 10:05. He's already saying, thank you for coming so quick. I can see them in the distance, or he can hear the responders already coming. So we already know that the responders came quick, but they couldn't save Austin. Okay. So we know that they testified certain time frames in court, but we know from certain body cam footage, we know from certain things like the 911 call that we could place the exact times of everything actually transpiring. Okay. And that's how we get into that there. All right. And this is what this is about, bro. This is what this is about, bro. You know what I mean? I'm going to do another video, another breakdown on some other stuff too, going through the docket as well. Again, I'm waiting for the transcripts. I've been in contact with the court reporters. They said we have to wait for the appellate procedure. Then the transcripts will be available and they'll let me know exactly how much I have to pay to acquire those transcripts. Until we get to those transcripts, Haley, Belzo, salute to you, Queen. So, I mean, and when we get to that, we can start to ironing out some of these misinformations that's running around online, be it the time that Karmelo came, be it the time that Austin came, because they said they arrived within 2 minutes of each other. One arrived at 9:54, one arrived at 9:56. All right. And we can start to iron out some of these details, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of misinformation that's just running around online. You know, if y'all need this evidence as well, all you got to do is hit me on the gram or something. I'll send you the link to it, and you can actually see like Austin's wound and other things like that. Because I didn't show like four of the remaining photos. Because as I scroll down on my last photo from the prosecution that I showed here, that is the next picture. So I always stop there. You know what I mean? Pay respects to the dead, all of those things like that. You know what I mean? Plus YouTube, they get you up out of here. If you play my prerogative, they try to get you up out of here. So I just gonna be showing that. You know what I mean? But salute to y'all, man. Salute to everybody that's rocking out with us, man, rocking out. I'm gonna do another live later, most likely, and we could get to some other stuff. I got some attorneys that should be coming on the channel soon, coming to talk to me about some of this and kind of break down legally what's going on. That's why I brought that video today, which went into the evidence, how evidence disappears, what kind of evidence, Brady materials, different things like that. Did the prosecution submit all evidences? Did the defense even ask to acquire certain evidences as well? And when we can understand things legally, this can strengthen any argument, whether you're on this side or that side of the argument, but it gets to strengthen our arguments when we understand exactly what we're actually talking about, be it online, be it to our peers, be it outside. We get to strengthen any of our arguments. So that's what this is all about here. So it's not about opinions. Again, I don't believe in echo chambers. Everybody's able to have their own opinion and their own thoughts on all of this. All right. Salute to all of y'all.
Before you leave,
salute to my girl. I gotta go. On the beach. I gotta go. Who'd have been here all day? You came in the fourth quarter. You came in the fourth quarter. I got World Cups, all type of shit going on. You bug. But what you want to say?
I was trying to see what you thought about it, but okay, well, you can end the show, but I want to show you.
You can do another video.
But I want to show, like, I'm gonna stay in the back and I want to show you what I want to get you what your thought about this.
Thought about what? Share it real quick. What? Let me see. Oh, let me move this real quick. What's that?
I'm not gonna play the actual audio, but
what?
So
I just explained that, bro. They moving, looking like headlocks, looking like people breaking up. I done explained all of that on this video.
So do you think that that's a real thing? Do you think that could be true?
I think it's all possible and plausible. It's possible. It's all possibilities. It's endless possibilities. We see his head snap back. We see him move forward. We see things happening, and just so happened the footage that they gave to us was the blurry footage, man. Shout out to my boy Freezy outside. Yeah, man,
But here's another question though. Did you also see the footage where have you noticed that it was like a cut and then all of a sudden he's at the top of the bleachers? It's like, how fast can a person break away and get to the top of the bleachers like that when all that going on? Like it seemed like I'm not sure. I wanted to talk about the fact that okay, with all that going on, all of a sudden he just pops up at the top. Like he doesn't.
You got up out of there. Got up on the
but you don't see the trail of him running to the top.
No, the footage is blurry, so we can all speculate and guesstimate. Hopefully, we get something clearer. Hopefully, they get to some damn cell phone footage and we can see exactly what happened from inside the tent. I think that's our best speculation on some of that. It looks a lot of things look funny, so you know what I mean. I can't argue with none of those facts. I can't.
I don't know. Okay, but I'm gonna show you some other stuff, but in the back because I want to show you.
We can do another live. I'm doing another live in a minute. I'm just about to leave out my podcasting space, and I'm about to go and situate myself. I ain't eating nothing, all type of stuff. So we gonna situate and we gonna get to the stuff and see what it is. We can even do a video, man. It's all good. I come jump on your channel with you too as well, Genesis. I'm here for you, sister.
Right, I appreciate you. Because to me, I'm like, there's a lot of things that's really left. I'm like, what? There's a lot of weird stuff going on. I don't know what.
Weird, bro. It's weird. This whole situation is weird, man. But what ain't come out in the wash gonna come out in the rinse, man. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely salute to Genesis. Most definitely rocking with us, man. I appreciate you, Queen. Most definitely appreciate the Queen. Love the Queen. Love y'all. Love everybody. Salute to everybody that's supporting the whole vibe. Salute on go. Make sure y'all all subscribe to the channel. I got some conversations with some great people coming on. All of the people that you're watching on YouTube, I can bring them all to the channel. Be it me, be it Queen Sheba, Freezy, anybody, you know what I'm saying? I talk with everybody behind the scenes. So I try to update everybody and give everybody the information that I get as I get it. You know what I mean? So that's the type of person I am. So it's just all about us getting to the facts, man. It ain't about nothing else besides that. It ain't about our own mind. And again, this ain't an echo chamber. Everybody's open to have their own thoughts, their own opinions, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we are respectful about how we go about all our opinions. But any of our thoughts could be put on the board, man. We put it all on the board and we just try to talk about it. That's all we could do. That's why I try to bring some legal analysts and some defense attorneys and people like that, and attorneys, period. And maybe even some ex-prosecutors and people like that that can talk to us about the mindset of the defense, the mindset of the prosecution, and things like that. I've been in contact with Karmelo's new team, Gary Bledsoe, Brooke Clues, and Russell Wilson II. I'm not going to say which person I was actually in contact with, but I did reach out to one of them. So, yeah, man, I'm just trying to stay up on top of this case and try to get y'all the information that I could get y'all as soon as I get it for y'all. So I'm waiting on the transcripts. When I get that, we'll get that. So I appreciate everybody for rocking out. Make sure y'all subscribe, share, hype this video, like this video. and do all the things that we need to do, man. Uda, 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 always on go. Shout out to my girl DJ Genesis for popping up with me too, man. And make sure y'all go subscribe to my sis as well. Uda, shooter.
All my niggas from the Uda, all my niggas turn shooters. Uda, all my ops turn racks, all my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been a threat, you been stuck in a computer. All my niggas turn shooters. Uda, all my ops turn racks. All my niggas from the Uda, all my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks, all my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been a threat, you been stuck in a computer.